That's a fast dive. You see there's ice in there. Well, I can't reach my bells, so this is just gonna. So obviously that wasn't a good thing, but like, thankfully I'm really comfortable in the water. I probably did shoot up a bit faster than I had to, but I just know like when your regulator starts doing that, and I even tried blocking the reg, you got like less than a minute of air. So I probably came up in like 15 seconds, but I was only about 45 feet down, I think. Um, I I was a little higher than what I was there, so I was down to 50, but I did come up a little bit when that happened. So I think between 40 and 45 feet. So I wasn't like crazy deep, but definitely you shouldn't come up that fast regularly. Uh, yeah, I did switch to my secondary one here. That was getting air, but this one was like above my head and just like swirling around. So I was trying to grab it. You know, you do the whole back and trying to grab it thing, but it was moving around a fair bit, so it took me a bit to grab it. Um, and what I mean a bit is like by the time I grabbed this reg and like realized what had happened, I still don't exactly quite know. So like my mouthpiece popped out, but this was free flowing, and when I got to the surface, it was actually covered in ice. The hole, you can see it's still sputtering when it goes underwater. But yeah, my gauge is entirely empty. Like that went from I think I was at like 2,400 psi to nothing real quick. So that wasn't good. I mean, thankfully I'm not worried about deco whatsoever. Our dives I stay within it to start with, but I think I was only like I don't know 8 minutes into this dive. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to check the camera, but it was really short. Like we had just started, so yeah, that was my fun of the day. That's one of the things with scuba. Like, there's so many things that can happen, and my regs just got serviced, so I think our cold Canadian water, that's what caused this. Caused some ice to build up in one of the valves or something, and I could not close it. Smack it, hit it, push it. Uh, Nothing I did stopped that air coming out. Put my thumb on it, didn't do anything either. Yeah, so that was a fun experience. But honestly, I'm just kind of sad the dive was over so fast. Get all the gear and get set up to come to the lake, and yeah, that's all she wrote. And I didn't even find anything, and I lost my trash bag during that. That's one thing that we always say with our trash cleanups is like it's just trash. So that was the first thing I dropped, my trash bag. I do not care about those couple bottles that were in there whatsoever, even if it was full of brand new phones or gold. Worry about that stuff at the end. If you or your buddy after want to go get those later or another day, so be it. But that is the last thing you want to be worrying about when you have a no air situation. Yeah. So we'll get back to land here. I'm always on the land, but I gotta swim all the way back across to where we started. Yeah, that was no fun.
So when emergencies happen, I find most people have zero sense of time, which is including myself. So in this video here, at about 6 seconds is when my regulator started free flowing and popped out of my mouth. And at 45 seconds-ish is when I actually came to the surface. So I actually didn't shoot to the surface as fast as I thought I did. I did actually take my time. It took me about 40 seconds to actually surface, which isn't too bad actually at about 40, 45 feet. Um, and then my air, it stopped free flowing at almost the 2 minute mark. So I only had another minute 20 under the water, and from an almost full tank to zero, that's about 2 minutes. So that's how fast your tank would actually run empty. In these situations, you do not have a ton of time. So I think I did actually all right in this situation. Of course, I should have been a lot closer to my buddy, and he should have been closer to me. but it is what it is. I got to the surface totally fine. Yeah, so here's a reminder: just stick close to your buddy, guys. Everyone makes mistakes, but in this instance, I'm totally fine. So that's what counts. But yeah, just yeah, be safe out there, guys. Take care.